This is Pat Bodie with 900 Views, and this is a preview of an upcoming interview with Jill Wells of JillWellsArt.com. And Jill is one of the Mainframe Creative Incubator Fellows. And we'll be hearing about her mentorship program. But before we do, I think it's important to look at some of Jill's really powerful work. And this piece is one she did for Disability Rights Iowa. And Jill, I'd like you to kind of walk us through a little bit about what this piece means to you and what you hope others will get from it.
Absolutely. This piece is an 8-foot by 14-foot mural that's on the interior wall of Disability Rights Iowa in downtown Des Moines. It's an actual all oil painted mural, which is the first oil piece I actually got to do in a mural. And so that was important, and that meant a lot for me because what I can accomplish with that medium is drastically different than what I can accomplish with something, say, like acrylic. When I said yes to working with Disability Rights Iowa, it was not only an honor to be able to do so, but it meant that I was able to have a narration about true accessibility, true diversity. I was able to speak with them directly, honestly, openly, and have some very real conversations that were unfiltered in a way that was extremely positive. A lot of times with commission work, there are parameters. And with this one, it was almost the exact opposite. And the only parameters that we just be very honest within the narrative about all the struggles, all the fight for disability and human rights.
Did you learn something in this process that you hadn't known before as you worked through this?
A lot. I learned a lot about technology, for one, because we actually live streamed the entire production of the mural. So for anyone who wants to go back and watch any videos of all my accidents and tips and tricks.
Yeah, I saw some of those on Instagram even too.
Yeah. So yeah, that's on the Disability Rights Iowa Facebook page, all the videos. And aside from the technology piece of live streaming, I learned a lot about the technology that allows for accessibility for individuals learning with or living with a variety of different, whether it be mental health complications, symptoms, or concerns, whether it be physical disabilities, so intellectual. I mean, the amazing technology that we have now, and there's so much I don't know about yet still. So I tried to include a lot of that in the mural. And then I also learned a big piece about visual communication and partnering with Iowa Department for the Blind. And so 20 years ago, my brother had a brain aneurysm. He had an AVM at the age of 18, and it changed his life amongst a lot of things that he went through and was challenged with. He actually lost his eyesight as one of the impacts of his aneurysm. And so I actually early on tried to start to create tactile work in collaboration with my visual. And I hadn't done that since Drake. So circling back to that and working with Iowa Department for the Blind, I was educated that there are just certain visual aesthetics that can be overwhelming for people to feel in trying to communicate what it is that they are seeing, right, with their hands. And so I had in my mind that there would be like this raised print outline of the entire mural that we could install on site. And that's, not the actual case. So we did a Braille tactile that goes through the whole narrative of the piece. And that was the most appropriate thing. Iowa Department for the Blind, they're the experts, and they're like, this is how we communicate. And so this is how you would communicate as well.
So that is a lot to learn, and quite a tribute really to your efforts to take the time to do something that's tactile as well as visual. Is it challenging? I understand it might be challenging, though, for people to actually have a direct experience with this mural, considering where it's located. So we want to encourage people to study it here. And is there a way for them to engage with it on site in any way?
We have been talking about a opening of this that would be safe with COVID. And so eventually we will have that. We'll have an opening and we'll invite the public. We don't know when that date would be. The accessibility until that time is going to be online. And then I'm actually in Disability Rights, I was also creating miniatures that will be mailing out. So if anybody wants a print of really any size, they can just direct message me. They can email me. They can go directly to my website. They can go to the Disability Rights Iowa website and look at it there. If anyone is interested in any tactile versions of it, they can direct message me or email me, and I can get those to them as well. So really, whatever I can do with people's requests, I will make sure. If I don't have the answer, that I'll find out, who does have the answer, and I'll get that to them.
And that's wonderful. And that's through jillwellsart.com that people can reach out to you?
Yes, jillwellsart.com. Okay. And then my email is directly linked to that for any questions. And then if they want to see any of the production of it, again, they can go to the Facebook page for Disability Rights Iowa. In the video catalog, there's all these videos. They're like 3 hours long each.
They're pretty fun, though. I mean, I got to admit, I didn't watch the whole 3 hours, but I got to see chunks of stuff that I really enjoyed, and I think people will get a kick out of all of that. So, folks, join us next time, because Jill Wells has an amazing program that is about community building and mentorship all rolled into one, and you'll want to learn more about that by tuning in to 900 Views upcoming. Thank you for taking this time, and Jill, thanks for all of your work, and I really want to encourage everyone to explore your website, because this is just the very tip of the iceberg. We cannot do justice to the power and range of your work. Thank you, Jill Wells. Thanks for tuning in to this preview of 900 Views.